Hey, it's Coach Quimby back. I just wanted to take a minute and talk about routine ground balls. So we obviously had our middle infield session with our double play feeds. So for the corner guys and just our infielders in general, I wanted to talk about routine ground balls. When we talk about a routine ground ball, obviously the word being routine, and it's a play that we should make every single time. For us to make that play every single time, there's two things that I think we all need: quick feet and soft hands. Okay, so just to start off by talking a little bit about our footwork. Okay, when that ball's coming in right at us, if we have enough time, okay, a lot of people teach getting outside the ball, and I like to teach that to a certain extent, okay, and that means, to me, getting outside the ball does not mean just taking a big step to your right and getting on the outside part of the ball, okay? I don't like guys that do that because I feel that whenever they're sitting here waiting for the ball to get to them, the runner's just gaining ground and running up the line. So if you are going to get outside the ball, I would like you to gain some ground on the ball. So once you go through your prep step and that ball's hit right at you, I'd like you to take your left foot and put your left foot right on the outside of the ball. So as you're taking that first step, now you're actually gaining ground to the ball and that runner's not gaining ground on you. Okay, so once you work outside the ball, or once you work off the line, whatever you want to call it, we work outside the ball to get some momentum and get our feet working to first base. So once we get outside the ball, we want to make sure always our last two steps are towards that right left field, and we field that ball right below our left eye, and then from that position, our feet are moving towards first base, and we got our momentum and make our throw with not only our upper half, but our lower half as well. So again, after you take your prep step, that first step is to gain some ground with that left foot. Whenever you go field the ball, right left field, and then explode right towards first base. The other thing I want you to think about as you're doing these drills and as you're fielding balls out on the turf, you want to try and pick a good hop. Okay, more often times than not, I see guys just rushing up to the ball, and at the last second, they're kind of flipping their glove down and they're giving themselves a bad hop. Okay, in my opinion, you want two types of hops. Okay, you want a short hop or you want a big hop. So you want to field that ball as soon as it gets to its lowest point. As soon as it's coming down and hits that ground, that's when you want to field it. Or when it's at its highest point. So once that ball takes a hop, it goes up to its highest point, and you attack it right as soon as it gets there. The hop that you don't want to field, more often times than not, that hop that kind of handcuffs you is that one that's going up to its highest point. So if that ball is going to take a bounce right there, and I set up right here, that ball is going to be rising to its highest point. And that's kind of the one where we get handcuffed, our feet stop moving, and more often times than not, we end up making an error. So as you're doing those ground balls, as you're fielding these balls out on the turf throughout this week and throughout the next several weeks, I want you to just think about those hops. You always want to work your feet to put yourself in a good position to pick a good hop in order to work through the ball and keep your feet moving and ultimately making you a successful infielder. One other thing I want to touch on briefly is just our glove. Okay, over the past week, I've seen a lot of guys flipping their glove right down to the ball, okay? When this ball starts coming to you, I want you to think you've got a camera right inside your glove, okay? The second that ball's hit, you got to film that ball the whole entire way. And now as you're going to field it, your glove's open, and you don't have to worry about flipping it down the last second. Okay, so those are just a few things I wanted to cover, and how are we going to work on that at home? Okay, the easiest thing, it might sound very simple, but the easiest thing for me is you just throw a ball off a wall. Okay, you can start and you can work your knee drill routine, you can work bare hand, you can work with a glove. I'm going to throw off my makeshift wall here, but you just work that ground ball and you work those exchanges and just sit there for about 10 minutes or so, and you just work your hand-eye coordination and you just work those exchanges. If you have enough room in your house, you can start backing up, you throw that ball off the wall, and now you can add your footwork right through the ball every single time. And as you're doing this, you can try to work on the hops and try to pick that hop at a short hop or a big hop. One easy way to work the short hops is you try to bounce that ball right off the ground first. The ball goes up, and then you can attack it once it goes up in the air. That's the easiest way to work on this stuff at home. You can do it by yourself. Hopefully you all have a wall at home that you can throw that tennis ball off of, because like I said, ultimately That's the easiest way to do so. It's the easiest way to put in the work, easiest way to put in time, and it's at the end of the day, it's going to make you a successful infielder, working that hand-eye coordination and working that footwork. So, again, quick feet, soft hands. That's what's going to make you a successful infielder. See you this week.